Arie Huggerbrug, also known as Safari Arie, started in St. John's, Newfoundland on November 12, 2019. His mission? To bike the road less traveled. Today is just one pedal closer to the tip of Argentina. Okie dokie, we are rolling here. How's it going, everybody? This is Brandon McCaskill. I am Arie Huggerbrug's video editor, producer, / interviewee, or whatever you call that. Basically, today is going to be a different show, and the reason being is Arie has made it to his house in Belize, which means he's in the jungle, and when you're in the jungle, it's hard to get access to Wi-Fi. My understanding is that he's still able to reply to people's messages, things that require very little data. But when it came to doing a Zoom interview like we usually do, it was an impossibility basically for him. So today I'm just going to give you kind of an update with where obviously he's made it home, but I wanted to share with you some stats about his ride. He shared with me this message, and I kind of just went through it myself. And I've kind of known all this all along, being that I interview him a lot, but just seeing it all written out and what he's accomplished is it's amazing. And so I'm going to read them here. He wants me to start off by just telling you he left Chetumal, Mexico, and entered Belize on November 23rd. Okay, so today's the 29th, November 29th, so that was 6 days ago he entered Belize. In Mexico, he biked 6,054 kilometers over 168 days. Wowzers. He arrived at his home on November 25th, biking only 178 kilometers over 3 days. His total stats for the bike ride, the entire bike ride from St. John's, Newfoundland to where he's at right now in Scotland, Half Moon Village. So let me show you here on the screen if I can do that. So St. John's over here. Most of you know that. And then, so his place in Belize is right here. That is quite the ride, ladies and gentlemen. Considering he didn't bike a straight line. It was far from a straight line. It was right across to the west, right down the coast, through Mexico. Lots of zigzags. So, yeah, total stats. 26,429 kilometers pedaled. You wouldn't catch me doing that, guys. That's amazing. 26,429 kilometers pedaled in 632 days. So that was from November 12th, 2019 to, I guess, 6 days ago. 632 days. 322 of those days spent in a tent. So that's getting close to a year in a tent. That's pretty cool. 86 amazing and awesome hosts across the 4 countries. So think of that. How many days we got here? 632 days with 86 hosts. That's remarkable. I mean, when I met Arie, where was he? He was coming through, I think he was just making it to Montreal. So that's how far he was into his ride. It was pretty early on. The year was 2020. It was like March of 2020. And I started hearing about these people. I mean, it was the dead of winter, cold, bleak, minus 17, I think he was sleeping in his tent. And I just remember, man, I hope someone puts him up for the night. And sure enough, time after time, these people were opening their homes to him, and people handing him money just on the side of the road because they see his Canadian flag on the back. They see what he's doing, and it was just amazing to see my fellow Canadian people putting this guy up. So it was really, really amazing. 86. That's his entire trip, but I think a majority of those were in Canada. He can correct me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's my home country that represents a lot of those numbers. So that's amazing. And okay, so he's currently taking time considering his next steps. He has a lot of work on his farm and will start working on his residency in Belize. His hope and plan regarding his biking is to resume bike touring throughout the country of Belize after COVID has passed. Yes, COVID is making everybody's lives difficult. It put a halt to him, when COVID first came out, when he was in Ontario. Uh, I believe he was in Kingston at the time. But what I understand from Arie is that Belize is one of the more heavily restricted areas for COVID. They're very strict. So that's probably what he's referring to once things lessen up a bit and then he has a little more freedom to move. That totally makes sense. Yeah, in the meantime, he's going to be working very hard on getting his farm running and productive with interests in agroforestry, coconut, and tree farming. Aquaponics, I'm not sure what that is. I'm going to look that up as soon as I finish here. Raising chickens, sheep, and beekeeping. This is totally Arie. Arie's. If you know Arie, this is his happy place. All these things. That's good. I'm happy that he's home and that he's got time to kind of adjust and rethink through things. One thing he wanted me to mention is that he's interested in finding a roommate for his place in Belize. So if anyone is interested in being his roommate, and they're into the ultimate jungle adventure kind of stuff, then reach out to Arie. Like I said, he's able to respond with the Wi-Fi that he does have. It's just uploading a lot of data at a time is what's the problem for him. So yeah, and then he just reminds you guys to subscribe, which subscribing is always a good thing. So yeah, that's Arie's trip in a nutshell, guys. It's from the sounds of it, it's not over. He's going to continue once COVID is lessened, but that's where he's at right now. And I'd imagine for now it's going to be a little bit far and few between for seeing this face. So I just want to thank you guys, the subscribers, for your encouraging words. I mean, it's motivated Arie to keep going, just having his fan base to kind of support him along the way. But seeing your guys' reactions to the videos and stuff that I've put together, it was encouraging to me. So thank you guys. And if you haven't already, there's we got lots of content on his YouTube channel. If you just type in Safari Arie, and you can just click on the title of this video, it should take you to YouTube. Just make sure you're subscribed, and we have a whole list of videos. A majority of them are interviews, so if you're interested in the different places that he was at the time and what was going on in his mind, mentally, physically, and all that, I interview him during those scenarios. And we also have basically storytelling videos of visuals of seeing where he actually had been and the different things that he'd come across. So anyways, thank you guys so much again for being a support system for both of us, but more so Arie. He's appreciated you guys since the very beginning. So farewell for now. Take care and God bless.